Hello grade 5. Today we are going to practice our vocabulary lesson 19. We have as usual 10 words as vocabulary to practice. We have to understand them very well because at the end of this session I'm going to choose 5 of these vocabulary words to start a research about them. First of all, we have the word deteriorating. Deteriorating, guys, it's becoming worse or falling apart. As you see in this picture, this building is falling apart or became worse. So, deteriorating, becoming worse or falling apart. Okay? Let's move to number 2. The word exception, and we took this word before. As you see here, we have these emojis. All of them are with one shape except one is different. So this is the exception of it. So exception is something that does not fit into a general rule. Something that does not fit into a general rule, okay? Like when you find in a class 5 girls and just one boy. So the boy is exception in this class. So exception, something that does not fit into a general rule, as you see here in the picture. The word issue. Issue, guys, we practice it many times in social studies. What is the issue? A subject or problem that people think and talk about. So what is the issue of today? The issue of today is the COVID-19 virus, which is the coronavirus. It's the issue that we are talking about, and we are trying to protect ourselves from this issue, which is coronavirus. So issue, it's a subject or problem that people think and talk about. As you see here in the picture, a lot of people talking about a specific or particular issue. Then the verb urge. Urge is to try to persuade or convince strongly. I'm trying to convince or persuade you to do something strongly, like the coach when the football team is playing. The coach is giving them the instructions and asking them, and he is trying to convince or persuade them to do something strongly. So he is urging them to do these instructions. Okay, so urge, to try to persuade or convince strongly. And then number 5, the word ordinance. Ordinance, guys, it's from the ordin. So it's something like a law or rule made by authorities. Authorities, something from the government. Okay, for example, as you see here, this banner in the picture, danger, swimming or wading is prohibited, submerged hazards. Hazards, it means dangerous. So this ordinance, guys, it's written from the authorities or from the government. So it's a rule or a law or discipline that it must be followed. So ordinance, it means a law or rule made by authorities. Then we have the word granted. Granted means given in an official way. So the father is giving his son money. So he is granting his son with some money. He's giving him something, okay? Then we have the word effective. Effective means successful and achieves desired results. Effective, it's really working, like you have to take this medicine to recover fast and it's really effective. So like if you grow, for farmers, if you grow properly the seeds, you will have very effective result, which is having grain and we have trees. So if you take care about everything of the field or on the farm, you will have effective results. Number 8, the word violations. Violations is from the word violent. So it's something with no respect. It's something that it doesn't have any politeness. So acts that show disrespect or break the rules. Okay, for example, it's written here on the shop, no parking, but the man parked his car and he didn't care about this banner or what was written. Okay, so violations, acts that show disrespect or break the rules. Then we have the word minimum. Minimum is the very least of something, and the opposite of it, maximum. Minimum, the opposite is maximum. For example, here, speed limit 75, minimum 40. So this is a rule. You can find it by the traffic police. They are putting these signs in roads and streets to give it as a rule for drivers. Okay, so you're gonna find down here minimum 40, minimum 40. And then number 10, the last vocabulary word with us is dependent. It's relying on others, like the baby. The baby is dependent. It depends on its mother or the parents. This is the time to tell you what I need from you. Actually, at the end of the quarter 4, we need a research in English from you. So I'm going to tell you every vocabulary time the 5 words that I want from each lesson to prepare, to be ready at the end. Okay, so I'm giving it to you to do it step by step and to do it gradually. So lesson 19, vocabulary words required in the research. I chose from these 10 words 5 only. Number 1, exception, here. Number 2, dependent. Number 3, effective. Number 4, granted. And number 5, urge. What I want you to do is so easy. Find out the meanings of these words, these 5 words, in Cambridge Dictionary through the internet. So you are going to enter, okay, and navigate through the internet by Google Chrome, and then write Cambridge Dictionary, and you are going to search for the meaning of each word from English to English. Then you are going to use each vocabulary in 2 correct sentences. Put each one of these vocabulary in 2 different sentences, but you have to write these sentences correctly. And you can also use Google Chrome to search for some words. For example, you can write exception in a sentence, the word exception in a sentence. You're gonna find many words, but not all of them in the internet are correct. Okay, so you have to just take ideas from these sentences and you can create your own sentences. Okay, I hope that you understood everything. Try to prepare your research. Every time we have vocabulary, I'm going to give you 5 words to prepare until at the end of this quarter I want a research out of 20 words that I'm going to ask you to do. The definition or the meaning of each word by Cambridge Dictionary, and to put each vocabulary in 2 correct words, 2 correct sentences. Thank you. Good luck.